Welcome back to the channel, and today's video idea is pretty simple. We're going to be building a wedge car and using that to push it to its limits by driving it into a bunch of challenge mode balls that are being spawned. And the reason why I'm doing this, I'm pretty sure I've done something similar a while back, but that was before the physics and wedges update. Because I was thinking about what we could do with the new wedges, and one of the capabilities that we have is to build wedges out of low friction blocks. Not only that, but we can make any type of ramp grade that we want. We can have it be super steep or not so steep. So I figure I can make some wedge attachments for a very, very fast vehicle. Maybe I'll even do like a wedge, maybe instead of a wedge car, maybe I'll do a wedge train. That way I can like run on a track and be hopefully a little bit more stable. We can even use the low friction wedges to have it slide across the track and not be limited by as much friction or speed. This idea is developing even further as I think about it in the beginning of the video. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I need to be able to have a train going along a rail. We're gonna have like a rail riding train, just like they all are. The railroad is part of what defines the train, but low friction. So I'm putting a bearing here because this is gonna be where our train is built off of, but allows us to detach it to the rail, which means I can build off of this without these blocks technically being attached to the rail itself. So I'm just gonna build a low friction thing that envelops the rail, which should make it in principle, it should be impossible for it to fall off, but we all know scrap mechanic well enough that these could very well just glitch through entirely. All right, so I got two tubes, and I'm laying down some concrete on the base of it because I want a lower center of mass. Oh, I just thought of an even better idea. Like, we're gonna build a wedge train, but we can build a curved wedge. We can build a wedge that it's a scoop, and then we can that'll send them flying even more so. Because as it goes up, the curve's gonna get more intense, and then it's just gonna increase in velocity, and ooh, I'm excited for this. But I need to do like a proof of concept first. Let's get some thrusters. I don't know how much acceleration we're gonna have. I want the most. All right, so let me just put some of this on here. I'm gonna go with 6 max power thrusters for now. And we got the button. Actually, I'm gonna put a logic gate that's hooked up to all 6 thrusters. That way, if I need to move the button or do anything weird with it, I can just hook it up to a single logic gate. Oh yeah, I also need the ability to detach this too. All right, and now I just need a place to spawn. All right, now we can test it out. So that should have... Oh, I need the challenge to actually be active. Well, the way I do that is I just put a challenge starter somewhere, and then I just put 2 logic gates. One of them is going to be a NOR gate. That logic gate hooks to the NOR gate. That hooks in the challenge starter, so it automatically triggers the challenge starter as soon as I start the map, so I don't got to turn the map on. There we go. And then... that seems pretty promising. All right, so now what I want to do is put a seat on it so I can actually go with it and then make this a lot longer. Now, this is why you do this in challenge mode, because you can drag so much further in one drag. And also the fact that the map resets to exactly the condition you started it in, so you don't have to keep resetting stuff and reloading things in. All right, save and test. Oh, I forgot to put a seat on it, but let's just do a test to see if it makes it to the end. Wow, that looks actually pretty good, pretty stable. All right, now we got a seat on it. So we can hop in the seat, detach it, and go. That looks really stable. Okay, I am happy with that. All right, so now we need to shape it. Now, one thing I need to make sure, ooh, let me see. I need to test some stability here. If I've got a rail on this side and a rail on this side like this, I want to make sure that it's still stable, because this is kind of how I want things to go. Oh, nah, this will be fine. This will be fine. This is just testing right now. I can modify all this easily because I need the ball spawners to exist. All right, let's just make sure that that feels right. All right, that doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm gonna need more rockets. Well, I'm gonna rephrase that. I want more rockets. I'm also using wedges to shape out the front of the train here. All right, so this is the design of my train. I kind of like this this tapered effect here with these wedges. I think that's a pretty cool visual. Here, let's paint it up because this is going to be the windshield. However, my character's going to be sticking up here, so it's really kind of weird. Okay, train is painted. I've turned my shadows off. Now we just got to create the wedge. So this is going to be interesting trying to shape. So the wedge will be this wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is perfect because I think that's exactly how wide you can make a single drag of wedges. All right, so obviously we're gonna want it to start off pretty shallow. That actually that might be too much. We don't think we need to go that far. Yeah, that looks good. Then we go a little bit less shallow. Then we're pretty much at 45 degree now. Okay, that's kind of intense already, but it's such a smooth curve. So I'm gonna start with this, and then this is like something that we couldn't get before at all. But then what I wanna do is I actually wanna this is like a nice curve, but it's still ending in a backwards direction. We're gonna do this as our first thing, and then I want it to actually curve forward to see if can we end up shooting balls forward because of how much momentum they build up. I'm curious how that's going to turn out. But let's go ahead and paint this up, and then we got to figure out, we got to build the whole ball system and how this is gonna work. All right, before we build the ball system, let's make sure that this still works. Oh wait, how do I get, hold on. We have to elevate our starting platform so I can actually get inside. All right, we get inside. Oh, the buttons aren't hooked up to this seat. All right, we get inside, we press number 1, and then we actually press number 1 again, that's not hooked up to the logic gate. All right, we get inside, we press number 1, and then we press number 1 again. No. What? Why would it stop working? Do I need to build the rail out of low friction block too? Whoops, I wanted to test it again. Oh no, is it too heavy now? You know what, maybe I should just, I'm gonna reduce it back down. We're gonna make it much less top heavy by getting rid of this whole top section. All right, new train, it's a bit smaller. All right, and off we go. Doesn't start picking up speed till like I'm already at the end. All right, we need more thrust. Oh, I can add thrust inside. Ah, here we go. Look at that, 8 more thrusters. All right, let's see how this feels. Whoa, okay. Oh no, don't do that. All right, I had an idea. I don't know if this is gonna be better or worse, but I'm gonna add like a little loop here as well. Just like a single band, just to prevent like tipping. All right, let's see how that feels. I think that does help. Here, let me expand this out a little bit more. All right, longer test here. Well, this is extremely disappointing. It's low friction. All right, what if the track itself is low friction? Here, I'm just gonna delete this. Ah! Oh, that's kind of cool. Ooh, that was pretty cool. All right, let's build some low friction rails. All right, I'm just gonna try the single rail first, see if it feels any different. That's not good either. Wow, man, I thought we were on our way to just like doing the thing, but now we're encountering all kinds of physics issues. All right, that time it worked. I feel like it's not gonna be consistent. Let's do 3 tests. If I can get 2 out of 3 that actually end up working, then we can do some trials. We can definitely continue. All right, this is good enough. All right, but hold on. I need to expand this out too, because we are gonna have to have stuff on that. Like the balls are gonna have to stay on this, so we're gonna have to have a little bit wider of a track here. I feel like this is gonna be a lot of work for a very, very brief, but potentially worth it pay off. All right, I'll do 3 tests. On the low friction. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm getting stuck less. The bouncing is the problem still. Maybe that I actually might have too much thrust now. All right, you know what? I'm actually gonna get rid of these upper thrusters because the higher thrust is above my center of mass, which is going to have an effect of trying to push my nose in, which is the wedge. But these thrusters, along with the other 8 that are inside, are more in line. And still not aligned, but less misaligned from the center of mass. So that's going to just make it a little bit, hopefully, more stable. Now let's try this. Well, now I'm actually stuck on the low friction. Oh, there we go. No. I feel like these are bad. Just get rid of these. All right, now let's see. I feel like they were good. I feel like they stopped me from wobbling a little bit. Maybe it was a mistake going for the monorail. Actually, you know what? This might be stupid, but I'm just gonna delete the bottom of it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was worried about. It's bouncing. It bounces. This is like the plague of scrap mechanic physics. It's bouncing. All right, maybe we're still too fast. I'm just gonna drop all the thrusts on these back ones. Nah, still bouncing like crazy. Is asking for consistency really too much? All right, you know what? Maybe it's this beginning section that isn't low friction. Let me go ahead and delete that. And, oh, whoops. I forgot it would also delete that. That was a mistake. I just fixed it. I hope I'm attached to the right thing. No, I'm taking it with me. Oh, interesting. That was actually kind of interesting. I was just sliding on the rails there. Maybe this is new meta. All right, I fixed the rail. Now I'm gonna have these just go underneath this rail like this. It always picks up at the end. All right, well, this was a bad idea. All right, I think the wobbling actually kind of helps. I say as I freeze in place and cease to move. The end of the course, so it's like after I stutter and freeze, it's always like when it recovers from that, it goes perfectly smooth. So I think I just need to build this long enough where that's a thing. But, oh, I got to get all the ball spawners to do their thing. Which I think I can do. Okay, I got to do a prototype test here. I might be able to build a system where they just automatically spawn without me having to hook them up repeatedly. So if I just have this ball spawner and then I got 2 logic gates, just like I do with the challenge starter. This one's a NOR gate, and then we save and test. That's not a ball spawner. I don't think that's gonna work. You get the idea, right? All right, I got it with the ball spawner now. So then it only spawns 1 until it falls off, and then it spawns another. All right, that'll work. So now I need to get them on the track. Yeah, I forgot I wasn't in challenge or the building mode. I'm realizing probably everything I do from here on out is going to increase the chances of bad things happening. But I really think this is just what needs to happen. All right, so I've just built a segment. So when I spawn in, that's not good. Okay, so these need to be every other. Or we can do... Yeah, I'm gonna do every other. All right, so they spawn in, they roll onto the track. All right, so this is one module. So now what I do is I remove this, I save it, and now I duplicate it. And then I weld it together. And it should just retain connection, so I don't have to hook anything up anymore. So now I just keep exponentially saving and duplicating until we have it as long as we want it. Good news is, it is exponential. So the longer I do it, the more progress I make quicker. All right, I'm gonna start with this. I think this is a good stopping point. I don't want to like completely lag out the game, you know? I'm gonna weld this onto the track a little bit further down because I feel like we need to pick up speed before we start doing the thing. And you know what? It seems like around the end of the track here is where things start getting good. So I'm just gonna weld it down at the end of the, right here. So now what I can also do is if I take the duplicate of it and I weld it at the other end, what this should do is offset all of these from each other so that the balls are gonna go in between. So if I weld right here, yeah, see how this is there, then that one's there, then that one's there, that one's there. All right, thing is the track ends right there. So we've gotta just do a bunch of this. All right, it looks like it is ready. Let's spawn in and see what it looks like up there. Okay. Okay, the balls aren't... Okay, this is interesting. It's a little bit more chaotic. Okay, they're not staying steady, but that's fine. That's fine. We don't need things to stay steady for this. All right, let's go. All right, we just need to wobble a little bit. We just need to get stuck. And then once we pick up... What is even catching? What is catching? What are you doing? Oh no. This is the least satisfying thing I've ever experienced. Come on. Come on. You know it's worse because I have all that stuff going on up there on the same creation probably. I just really can't go. I wonder if it's the wedge. I wonder if it's actually the ramp. I think it might be. Those bottom wedges might actually just be digging in. But that's like the whole point of this. I like can't go anymore. The last test I did was fine and I haven't changed anything with the actual train. But we can't go. All right, we need more power. If less power didn't work, give it more power again. And that should work. All right, here we go. Ah, it's scary. Oh no, I'm stuck. All right, I'm unstuck. Come on. Come on. I've never been so disappointed in something. The worst part is I don't know how to fix it. I've been disappointed in things, but I'm like, okay, now we just gotta fix it. But like, I don't know what kind of fix will work. All right, I got an experiment. I am going to detach this and save it as train wedge. Not to be confused with sandwiches. Train wedges and sandwiches are two different things. Now let's see how the train functions. That was like a try not to get satisfied challenge because I so didn't want that to work. But it was still pretty cool. But it's also so disappointing that the entire point of this video right now is the problem of the video. The wedges don't interact with the low friction blocks the way that we need them to. I got an idea. I do have an idea now. All right, let's bring the train wedge back. We weld this. That's not right. All right, so we weld this. I'm gonna delete this. And then here is what I'm going to do. We're gonna have it be like this. So it's technically not on the platforms, but this should pick up every ball. Is this the genius solution? All right, this might work. Okay, here we go. Prepare to be satisfied. No, go. Yes, no, no, yes, yes, yes. Whoa! Ooh, okay. Ooh, that was fun. All right, we gotta try a couple different camera angles before we change the wedge. I feel like we have a decent amount going on up there too. All right, I wanna try this camera angle. No! Yeah, it's not quite the same. Yeah, go, 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 go. Whoa! All right, they spread out a lot. And that's just because of how bunched up they are, to be honest. Like, if they were like perfectly in line on the track, then it would be a little bit more consistent. But the spreading out is also kind of its own type of satisfaction. All right, one more. And then we're gonna try the positive. I feel like I'm too powerful again. but when we actually hit the balls, they slow us down a lot, so I'm gonna keep the power. Whoa, my goodness. No! We had the best, smoothest start we've ever had there, and then, like, right before the balls, it happened. I keep pressing escape instead of 1. Oh, come on. Go, 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 go. Yes, 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 yes. No! Oh, I put the balls out there because I was always more stable where the balls, by the time I got there, now the opposite is happening. Yes! There we go. All right, so a lot of them do end up going forward. They're like, they end up just kind of getting to the end of where the balls are spawning. Like the first balls get to the end. Let's do one more test, which might take 5 tries. But I want to see if we can get much further. Oh, that's a cool angle. I like that angle. All right, all right, all right, all right. Just the only game where trying the same thing over and over and over again actually get you different results. Actually, it's not there's a lot of games like that. By far, not the only game. Oh, it gets me so excited and then rips the excitement away. All right, how many tries is it actually gonna take to get 1 success? Well, that's a first. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, you see that first ball? That first ball that guy hit kind of went right, like, couple of, maybe like 7 ball distances past the end there. All right, so now the plan is turn this scoop into a scoopier scoop. A scoopier scoop that seems scoopy. Oh yeah, let's try that now. All right, now the challenge is getting there. Well, that's not gonna do it. Oh, come on. Okay, wow. Kinda wow. It gave me too much resistance. I slowed down before I got to the balls. Oh, yeah, look at that ball. That ball went so much farther. So the positive scoop, obviously, much better launching power. I mean, not that I ever thought it might not be. Seems like the obvious results. But when it comes to results in Scrap Mechanic, as you can see, you never know what you're gonna get. Place your bets now. Success or failure? I predict failure. I don't even know what that was. Was that a success or a failure? Oh, I have a ball! Like, honestly, that was so in between success and failure, I genuinely don't know what to think about it. All right, I want at least one more good run of this scoop. Come on. Yeah, no. Whoa, I jumped tracks! I didn't expect that to be a result either. Oh, this looks bad. Oh. It is so disappointing so many of the times that it happens. Come on, yeah, no. Yes. Yeah. Okay, that was something. That was something. We got something. It's hard to get something. It's so hard to get something that when I get something, I gotta appreciate that something. Because it's better than nothing. And I've had a whole lot of nothing. Worse than nothing. I'd rather have nothing than something I don't want, maybe. I don't know. You can sell something you don't want. Get something you do want. Trade it. Unless that something is so bad nobody wants it, which I feel like that's kind of what I got here. I'm kind of curious to try something here. I'm gonna try. Oh, look how smooth if I'm not giving it too much gas. Oh, okay, never mind. It was feeling real smooth there for a minute. I wonder if chapter 2 is gonna have improvements to this. I'm actually kind of like not holding out hope for that because we just got a physics update. And if this is the physics after the physics update, I don't expect a lot of new physics updates to be going on. Oh, come on. I was trying to be so gentle. I want to just get to the ball part. Oh, we're still going. We are rocking like crazy though. It is the balls, I think. I think that's why it happens closer to the balls, because like as I get closer, it is really getting bad. Oh, okay, this is interesting. All right, well, I'm just gonna give it the throttle now and see what happens. Okay, that was somewhat satisfying. Oh, I caught one again. Look, I caught one. Oh, I still got it. Wow. Physics. This was a dumb experiment. But it was a fun experiment nonetheless, and I did get some satisfaction out of it. I hope you got some satisfaction out of it too, and if you did, you'll probably enjoy some more videos you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.